Hello, everyone, and welcome to Best Practices, Mailing High Converting Email Broadcasts. I'm Kareem with Team DotcomPal, joined by Abenadi Suarez, and today we're going to answer your questions on how to create amazing emails that people can really resonate with. And the best part about this is we're going to show you how to craft one. We're going to show you statistics, and we're going to break down everything as to why and how this works. So a question I often get, and maybe you've got it as well, Abenadi, is people ask, does email still work? We have chat bots, we have Instagram, we have a lot of different stuff out there. And then we even talked about video marketing last time. And people might say, hey, I don't really know if email marketing works because I'm getting tons of email in my inbox. Is that actually still viable? And I'm here to say it is. And I'm here to say it still has a 3,800 ROI. So there is return on investment on it. And you might be saying, like, is that true? Can I really actually do well with email nowadays? I'm here to actually show you can. So first, before I get into anything, let's take a look at some statistics. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Can you see my screen? All right. So let's take a look at some statistics. Okay. So you might be wondering about email. How prevalent is it in 2021? Because some marketing strategies work and some don't as well anymore. But email is still hot. If you go to blog.hubspot/marketing/email marketing stats, you can find these. And just to point out, there's 3.9 billion daily email users. I think the population of the whole earth is like 7-8 billion. So that's almost half the population of the earth are daily, not just using it once or twice, daily using it. Mobile opens on your phone, account for 46% of all the email you're going to open. 73% actually, millennials prefer communications for businesses to come from email. I'm a millennial as well, and I can verify that is true. And when you're talking about businesses, 35% of business professionals check email on a mobile device on their phone. And another big one is 80% of business professionals believe that email marketing increases customer retention. So if you want to retain people, you're going to use email to send out follow-ups like we're going to show. And one last one for you, marketers who use segmented campaigns, note as much as a 760% increase in revenue. Now, if you're a business owner or you want to expand your revenue, I think that might be something to be interested in. So yes, to answer your question, not only does it's supported by data, not only is it something prevalent, but it's a huge way to increase your revenue, to increase retention, to get people excited about what you're doing and to follow up with them. Because sometimes it might be difficult to continually follow up with someone. You're going to want to use email to do that, to automate that for you. But it also comes at a cost, just like we talked about videos before. You might be saying, okay, Kareem, well, that sounds good. I'll just get my Gmail or my Yahoo or my Hotmail or whatever it is, my free email account, and I'll just send out emails. And that might sound like a good idea, but that's going to limit your productivity. And you're going to say, why? Didn't you say email works? But let me give you an example. Let's say I'm sending out, I have 500 customers, and I send out an email, my Gmail, to each one every day or every other day. That'd be pretty cumbersome, right, Avi? You know, I'm trying to send an email out to all those people. Even if it's copy and paste, even if you're sending that out, if you guys can picture someone, all right, copy and paste, boom, copy and paste, boom. Okay, guys, 2 more hours and I'll have all my emails sent out. And then I can cancel my workout. You can cancel your workout for the day and you'll be pretty tired.
Yeah, so it doesn't make sense doing it that way because it's just too much work. email works, but obviously you need to look away for automating it. So it's important to consider that.
Yeah, automation is the key because let's face it, emails, you can have the best copy too. You can spend tons of money, but it's not just sending emails, it's how to use it. And technology's actually allowed us to use automation. And especially when it comes to your all-in-one solution, DotcomPal, where you build, grow, and sell for one place, email is an amazing aspect of that. And you're really, really going to like it. So before I get into it, I just want to explain 2 ways we use email for marketing. One, we're going to show today, is the broadcast. You can think of broadcasting like broadcasting it out, sending offers, sending your newsletters. You get the newsletter every day or every other day. Here's what's going on here. I post a new blog post. Here's a new thing that I'm doing. Here's something coming out. And then you can also send an offer with that. Hey, I just released this product. You can have updates about what you're doing and really, really amazing looking emails. And you can do it right when you want to. And then there's also follow-up emails. As we said, the statistic to boost retention. Most marketers use email to boost retention because, hey, you might forget if I just send one email. So we can also do follow-up emails, and we can do trigger and action-based sequences, and that will help automate everything for people, and that'll kind of keep them on the straight path of what you're doing. So they can open up an email and say, okay, today I'm doing this, especially if you have a course or something like that. You're going to email them this lesson, this lesson, this lesson, and then maybe give them an offer. You want to do a follow-up as well as a broadcast. So how do we do all that is the big question. So with follow-up and broadcast, we want to go to DotcomPal. And I'm here on my DotcomPal dashboard. Now I do want to make note of one thing. Go through first the setup guide for SMTP settings. You want to have this set up so you can send email. And I show one way to do that. There's multiple ways you can do that through Gmail, SendGrid, Mailgun, Amazon, tons of ways. And once you have that set up and you're on the dashboard, you're logged in here, you want to get your audience set up first. If you've ever used an autoresponder, and I believe Amanati, you definitely used an autoresponder, what's the first thing you want to set up? The lists, right? So before
first thing is you have to have a list before you start sending emails. So that's the first important thing to consider too. Before you set up your emails, so you need to have a list. And also, if you have those 500 contacts in your email account, well, if they are your contacts, you can just get them into your list and also be able to email them, and a lot easier, as you're going to show you today.
Yes. So first we want to start out on the dashboard, then we want to click on audience. Then you'll see these items under the audience tab, and you want to click on lists. That's the first thing you want to do. And that just, if you've used any autoresponder, GetResponse, Aweber, Constant Contact, anything like that, you always want a list. Why? Because that's who you're going to be emailing first. So make sure to go to audience first on list. Then you want to new list, and you're going to click on new list, and you're going to set up a list name. Now, I recommend if you're doing affiliate marketing, you can name this affiliates. If you're sending it out to restaurant owners, you say that. If you're sending it out to whatever your target market or target list is, think about this. Who am I sending emails to? Who's kind of the target demographic? When you think of that and you say, oh, okay, so I'm going to say coffee shop owners here. And then I'm going to go ahead and click create. You want to put some thought into the list because you'll be using this list a lot. Now you can see your list is here. You can see all the lists, the contact lists you've created here, and it should say list added successfully. Then you can click on import contacts. Now there's a couple ways you can do this. If you've used an autoresponder, it's similar to that. You can add them manually. So adding manually just means I'm going to put in email, name, mobile, and you can add tags here. You can say like coffee shop customers, something like that, just to help out. And then you want to make sure you have permission, because that's an important thing. You don't want to add people, just scrape and then add people and then get an email. You want to make sure, validate you have permission. And then you can also click the plus button here and you can add different stuff if you'd like to. And I'll go through some of this: date of birth, description, role, their company, their country, their state, city, PIN, address, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. You can add all these here, and then you can click save, and it'll say contact added successfully. And then you can look here, see, oh, okay, all my contacts, how it lists them by name. And then if you'd like to, you can click new contact, and then you can select a list and create another one. But let's say, hey, Kareem, I don't really want to do that. I want to import contacts. I want to import them from my PC. Why would you want to do that? Because if you enter them manually, it's kind of like entering stuff manually. You can do it, but maybe you have an Excel or a file with all the emails. So what you want to do, as an example, is click on import from PC, and then you want to go ahead and download the sample file. Why? Because when you export it from another program, it may look a little different. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my Excel here. If you just give me 1 second to do that. And then what I can do is say, enter the emails here, or you can copy and paste them from another file. You can also enter the first name, last name. You can enter more fields, but I prefer, if we're just going to do email, we'll just do it like this. And then you can do file, save as, and name it as something else. Or for this demonstration, we can just have it as sample. And I have one saved on my computer. So I'm going to select the file to upload. And I'm going to go to next. Then we're going to go to mapping, and you can select an email. And then you can also add names here, like number, date, text. You can add a bunch of different stuff here as well. And you can also see that there's different fields you can look for when you're selecting fields. So feel free to look through and see what type of fields that you want to enter. You can also name the field, like I could say phone number for text, and then create that as well. But for now, let's just go through emails. Let's keep it simple and basic. And I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Then give it a second. You're going to see the contact survey, and you want to be honest here. How did you obtain these email addresses? And you can say they opted in. Opted into my contact. What website is the list of emails, and what URLs of your subscription form? So I can say Rockstar Video Marketing. Where did you last send this emails, and how frequently have you sent them in the past? So I can come up with a value here. I can say like 2 months ago. Now you want to be honest and really say, where did you get these from? And how many campaigns do you want to send to this email, the list of email addresses? So I can say one campaign, let's say 20 campaigns. And you want to think about these answers, answer them honestly, and then click submit. And then you can see the list here. When submitted, you'll see in review. If it's in review, they're looking it over, or successful. So now we've integrated our list. Guys, this is very important. You want to make sure you have lists here. You want to make sure that everything is here and that you can see the lists you entered, the contacts you have, and that you actually have a list to email stuff to.
I would like to also comment something like, and you also in other opportunities you shared about creating landing pages. That is I think would be the most optimal way to build a list, because you create the landing page and the opt-in page, for lead capture, the lead capture page. You create it, and also you have to do this. You have to create a list, and that opt-in or that contact will go straight to that list. And this is the other way. I think it would be the most optimal way to build a list, because people are submitting their contacts themselves manually. And also, this is the other way to do it, to build a list, but it has to be a list you already own. If you have a list somewhere else, you need to download it, and this is how you upload it. So this is the way to move from any other place, because it is easier to have everything in one place. So you don't have to deal with so many apps and so many hassles with all of them. So if you have everything in one place, it will be a lot easier also to track and to handle everything. So that's why, that's the other way to build your list, and also to have everything in one place.
And one more thing I want to say about lists is keep in mind who your target market is, and make sure that you're honest in answering all those questions. That's a big thing. You don't want to just grab a list off the internet and then people get email from you and then they're saying, what is this? Where did I get this from? That's not going to be good. And I don't think that's good on either end. So being honest, knowing your target market, and then having the list all in one place. So just want to stress again, have your list here, add your contacts, make sure you have some contacts added either manually or through simply just importing them. Then you want to click on Grow. And if you recall Grow, we built some landing pages here. This is also where you can do your video for video best practices. But today we're going to click on mails. Now, when it comes to email, I want to talk about the philosophy a little bit. You might just say, oh, well, why do I need to do this? Or can I just send out a basic looking email? So first you want to come up with a name, a broadcast name. What are you sending out? So I could say rest or coffee shop offer, or intro letter or something like that, or coffee shop opt-in. Let's say that. After they've opted in, I'm going to send this to coffee shop owners. Now, here's a big thing I want to talk about. We touched on this. Maybe you could select a plain template, but one thing I would stress is you want to get a nice looking template. Why is that so important? Well, I think if you have a nice looking template, then it's going to really, really personify your brand, who you are. And let's face it, when you're looking at Walmart, Amazon, when you're looking at big, if you want to call them corporations or companies or whatever they are, do they have bad looking social media and advertising? Do they have bad looking banners? Does it look bad? What do you think, Abby? Do they look bad? When you look at their advertisements?
Well, when you look at an established business, and you take a look at their emails, they look nice, they look beautiful, they have their brand. And also, this is really important because people know who is sending emails to them, because they can see an empty email, like a blank email, like, well, as you use your regular free email account, is an empty email. It's just only for communication purposes. But these emails are for marketing, for engagement, for giving a better user experience to people, because people are opening an email, they know who is sending them, and also when they open the email, they feel like engaged, they feel excited, like, oh wow, this business is telling me something important, and I like to see what they have to say. And it's a business important for these users also, so it should be something engaging, something nice for them to open the email and to read them. And it's the same like you see in your social media accounts, like you see a lot of pictures and you see a lot of nice things, and you like to watch them. And also it's same with the website. And if you are in a website, you see of a lot of kinds of ads and all that, and also those ads needs to be attractive so people can click on them. So I think that's why it is important to avoid using the same email that we send to everyone, use only for contact purposes, because if the purpose of an email is for you to invite the user to do something, and most of the time, or I think the only thing you invite them to do besides just only giving information is inviting them to click on something. And if you see online what people or what marketers use to make people to click, they use ads, and they use nice looking ads, they use nice looking images, a really important message. And that's why what made people, sorry, that is what makes people buy or makes people to click. So the same should be with the email. If you are looking for someone to click on something, then you need to consider it to use it as an ad. An email is like an ad. You want people to click. And for that, you need to use all the marketing strategies used the same like with an ad online in a website. So that's why it is important to consider using templates or using marketing ads in your email, so people can be enticed to buy or to click, sorry, to click, so they can go to the website. So there you see also a blank, like a plain template, and that template is even better than the free email accounts you use for sending emails. But still, it's just the basic thing you can do. It's this basic thing. But using templates will be better because of a lot of things you can consider. And besides the thing I have just shared with you.
I totally agree. And one thing is, it also helps with everything Avi said. It's completely true. And it helps your branding. If I'm looking at a certain brand, I'm getting specific emails. I know I can distinguish them from other brands. So it sets you apart. So I'm liking Video Pop. It's looking pretty cool. It's popping, as you would say. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And you can view different templates by clicking this eye icon here to preview them. And there's quite a lot of them you can go through. There's pages of them, and you can specifically narrow them down to your purpose. So traveling, fitness, e-com, whatever it is you're doing. But let's take Video Pop as an example. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Video Pop, and then kind of like our best practices with landing pages, one thing I like to do is I don't like to do tons of deleting and tons of changing. I'm just going to first start out by getting my logo. So I'm going to click and highlight on business logo and go to media, and I have, oh, there's my logo. Go ahead and click on that. And if I want to play with that, I can change the border around, the thickness, do whatever it is that I want, and I can duplicate it if I so choose. So we want to add our logo, our branding, but the biggest thing is, what is our hook? What is our core value? This is something that's going to get people excited about what we're doing. This is why I'm opening the email. You can also use that for the subject line. So increase your revenue. And this is all going to come from ad copy experience. As you experiment and you try different ad copy, you'll come up with different ideas. So increase your revenue for your coffee shop via YouTube video marketing. And one thing I can do, if I want to change things, I can change the color here. I can bold it. I can do italics, center it, bullet points, and I can even add a link here, but we're going to do that different place. So increase your revenue for your coffee shop via YouTube marketing. And then actually this is pretty good here. Some of the, and a lot of the templates are going to have ad copy. So you can just use the ad copy there if you so choose, or you can work on your own. But I'll just say watch our expert's video presentation, because that's what I'm going to do. And then I can have free video here. This is a button. I can click on it and I can add a link, and I'll just put it to my website, www.rsvideomarketing.com. Boom. And I have that there. I can move that around. I can change the color here. I can change the color of the button I so choose. But the nice thing is, and I would say this, keep it simple, add your logo, a nice headline, some good copy, keep it short, keep it simple, and then add a link to wherever you want them to go. Also here on the left, you'll see a plus sign. You can toggle different things off, such as the logo, the text to, and the button. So you can really customize this. Now I have everything how I want. I'm going to do a little bit of spam checking because I don't want to spam anyone. And hey, I got a 0. You want it low. You don't want to spam people. You don't want it to be spammy. This looks at the language and says, how spammy is this? The maximum allow is 5, but you can also, experiment with ad copy, but you want to get a 0. That's where you want to get. Lower is bet. 0 is hero when you're checking spam. You can save it as a template if you'd like to use it in the future. So you can use your follow-up emails as we talked about. This is a broadcast. You can use a follow-up and save it as a template to use in the future, or you can save it as a draft. The fundamental difference is template, you're going to use it in the future. This is going to save it. Draft is going to save this singularly, and then you can preview it. So let's go ahead and click preview and then make sure it looks good. I'm liking how it looks. I'm liking how it looks on mobile. I'm liking how it looks when I'm looking at it. And you just want to preview it real quick, make sure it looks good. And I like the way this looks. It's quick, short, to the point. So I can just go ahead and hit next. And it's just going to take a second here. And then I can include any tags if I have them. I have coffee shop customers. I can include coffee shop owners. And you click that with the radio button here on the left, or you can include all of them. You can even have suppression lists if you'd like, and you can exclude lists and tags if you'd like. But let's go ahead and hit next. And then this is the important part, the subject. The subject, you can do personalization. This is very similar to an autoresponder, GetResponse, Aweber. You can put like a name, so it's going to enter their name. Say Bob opted. Bob, opts in here. He's going to see name, increase, and he wants to increase his coffee shop revenue. So increase your coffee shop revenue via YouTube video marketing, sorry. And then sending options, as I talked about in getting started, you want to set up your SMTP, and the SMTP cannot be a regular email. It has to be a domain email. You can use Namecheap, HostGator. It's going to be your email is going to be your from and your reply email, and your SMTP options, whatever you set up, SendGrid, Mailgun, whatever that is. And then you can schedule the mail. You can have it for now, send it out right now. That's the best time if you'd like to get it out and get it going. Or you say, no, I don't want to send it out now. It's not a good time. I want to send it out on January 28th at 4 a.m. And you can do that as well. For now, let's send it out now. And if there's any questions, if this works, you can hit test mail and then send an email there. You can also do that in the SMTP setup. So we can click next. We have mail here. We can preview it before we send it out. We can also save it as draft here if we'd like to, but let's go ahead and click send. And then we can see broadcast sent successfully. We can see everything that we've sent here successfully, contacts, send mails, how many open mails, and we can check analytics as well to see our open rate, our click rate, our unsubscriber rate, technology, the location they're doing it from, and everything else. Biggest things I want to stress, make sure you set up a list, you're honest about everything, and you get your target market pinpointed. And then go to grow so you can send out beautiful looking emails to distinguish you as a specific person who's really, really on top of things. You have an amazing looking brand. You have an amazing product. You have an amazing service. Why not have amazing emails as well that you can broadcast and use to convert. So I wish you the best of luck in sending out emails, setting up a list, and getting not only your video marketing game rocking, but your email game rocking as well. So I just want to take a look at questions now, and Abenadi will add some input as well, and anything else that we want to exemplify some points on.
Okay, well, I think you covered everything, and I just need to emphasize the fact that you can upload big lists. If you have a big list in other places, you can upload your big lists and you can handle them here. And it's fast. It's really fast. And also you can track and you can check the stats and all these. And also, I think we can just go ahead and take a look at the questions people are having here in the comments box.
Yeah, I'll answer one. Drip mail, I'm going to be showing that actually. Tomorrow I'm going to be showing up how to set a little journey, and then how to send up an email, and then a day later, a couple of days later, send out another email. You can change the color in the template. Can I put my logo in this template for broadcasting? I do believe so. I have to. Let me see what else.
Yeah, about the question of inserting a logo in the template, you show it there already that you can change things inside the template, and in one of that is the logo. The logo you can use, you can just edit it, and as Karim just did it, you are able to change the logo of the template.
Yeah, I think that's all the questions as well. If there are any more, please be sure to put that in the list. If I miss some, I'm doing this on a daily basis, Monday through Saturday, so I can definitely pick up on those questions. If there's not anything else, I can wish everybody.
There is a question about suppression list. The suppression list is used when you don't want to mail, when you don't want to include a certain list of emails or contacts. You upload it as a suppression list, because you can upload lists and also you can upload suppression lists. So it's the same thing, list of emails, but you upload them in different places. So if you check, you want to mail your list, and also you want to, but you don't want to mail the list or the emails which are inside the suppression list. So those people won't get that email. So that is a suppression list. It's just to suppress people from the emails you are trying to send, so they don't get it.
Yeah. All right, great. Yeah, thanks for getting that one, Abenadi. Hopefully that answers your question. And I want to thank everybody for coming in today. I want to thank all our viewers on YouTube, Facebook, and I want to wish all of you guys the best of luck with email campaigns, setting up your lists, and with getting started with your all-in-one solution with DotcomPal, where you can build, grow, and sell from one place. And thank you for attending our best practices. Is there anything else, Abenadi?
No, that's all for now. I really like, and I would like to share that I'm testing it out. Let me show my screen just for a bit.
Yeah.
Can you see my screen?
I can.
Okay, well, I like to share that I'm testing it. I'm testing it, and it works. So there are many emails. I have my audiences here, and I'm able to here you can see the lists of contacts. Here are the list of people, and also you can organize them by tags depending on the actions they take. You can organize them by tags, and here I am able to segment them. And also here in the context, you can also see which are those contacts and those leads. The feature, you can look at the feature, and you can look tag. And also here I can just see according to the tags I set. And we can learn that in the following video tomorrow. Tomorrow we will show about follow-ups and also how to use and how to assign these tags depending on the actions of the contacts.
Yes.
So this is also possible here. And this is the suppression list too. Like here, you upload your suppression list, and this is the list that we don't want to mail. If you don't want to mail to them, they just check them before you are going to send an email. And here in Grow, you see the mails, and also you can see the analytics of this mailing here. You just check the analytics of them. And you take a look at the analytics, like the clicks, the open rate, the unsubscribes, and also the technology. You can see from where they are checking the emails and all that, and also the location. So you can see where are they coming from. Subscriber activity, about the links, where they click, and all that. So you have to get inside and take a look at everything so you can see how it looks and how it works.
All right. Yeah, definitely get around, play with it. Me and Abby are both testing it. We're both working to get all the information out about it so you guys can have the best experience and follow the best practices. So with that, everyone, thank you for tuning in. I want to thank our viewers again. Thank you for your question, Dr. Kana Krishna, and have an amazing day. Take care with your mail broadcast, your mailing high converting email broadcasts. Hope you got a good out of this. And I want to thank also my co-host Abinadi Suarez today for doing an amazing job as well.
Thank you very much, Karim. Nice to talk to the people today again, and let's continue doing this.
All right. We will see you soon.